Welcome everyone to Pineleaf Plays the Rune-keeper. We now need to take a couple more quests.
Mind my words, traveller.
We cannot let another moment pass without informing others of the arrival of the goblins. Perhaps Lord Dorgoran's protection is weakening as we make our way to the shores and depart. Or perhaps the enemy grows stronger faster than we expect. Regardless, we must send word back to Keladine of my superior there. Quickly, return to Leyland and Lord Warden of Keladine and tell him what you have found. You'll... Okay?
Will you lend me your ear?
Now that we have collected the wood, I have to ask one more favor of you. The cooper in Keladine, Baragur, needs the wood to craft his casks. I would ask you to seek him out at the highest levels of Keladine on their tiers of the crafters northwest of this location. Deliver the wood to him that he may build a proper cask. Now, since the word of warning is the more urgent one, I'll take care of that one first. First, how much? I have 19 pieces of 19 hides. So therefore, I'll be able to do some crafting. So what I'll do is I'll handle that when I handle the cooper. And first, I'd like to take care of the epic quest and to take care of the word of warning. Actually, I should mount up for that. And in case you did not see the supplement, that's one of the things that I have on my account is the journeyman writing trait, which means that among other things I get a speed bonus and free writing skill for all my characters. Well, it costs a lot of turbine points to get the journeyman trait, so maybe free is not the best word to use for that. Alright, now let's see. Alright, let's dismount and be polite for him and talk to the watcher.
Megovanen.
The discovery is worrisome. I will see that this information is passed along to Lord Dorngur in Dwayland. We never would have learned of this if not for you. We are in your debt. Very well. Now, he's also a barter merchant of some sort.
Melon. How may I be of service?
Ah, yes, that's right, because he's the one I bartered with earlier. See how good your memory goes when you are doing this on separate days.
The shadow is on my spirit.
This is Averthal's satchel. I am certain of it. Do you see this pattern on the side? Averthal stitched that himself long ago. And you say there were goblins amongst the ruins? You bring me ill tidings. You are sure that there were no other signs of Averthal? Some sign that my son might have been hiding nearby, safe from the goblins but too far away to reclaim his satchel? Nay, that is a weak hope, and I must not trust to it. The goblins have brought down my son, my Averthal. There is only one answer.
Will you hear my sorrows?
The goblins have slain my son, and for that we will sweep them from Ered Luin. No goblin will take as much as 3 steps into these lands before we are there to greet him with sword blade and arrowhead. Go forth and slay goblins wherever you find them, and cry aloud the name of Averthal. I would have the foul creatures known whose doom has come upon them. While you are gone, word came to me of Lemuel's vineyards has been defiled by goblins led by a vile creature named Pomprosh. Seek out Pomprosh and his minions and slay them in the name of Averthal. Lemuel's vineyards lies in that. Now, naturally, this is going to tie in with with the Wine Quest series, so therefore we will handle those together. Right. So let's go up to the crafting area now and take care of a few things up there. Now, significant amounts of crafting will naturally be handled either in supplements or offline. Let's see, that's a level 7 and the Cooper is level 6. Alright, so we are still in level 6 territory. But soon I'll be moving up on that. There we go.
Greetings to you.
Greetings! Mirthel sent you to me? You must be interested in learning the craft trade, then. Wonderful! Eredluine would be better for your efforts, my friend. Speak with the Master of Apprentices, and we don't need to go through all that. It's not like it's a major quest. Here's the Cooper.
Hail, friend, and well met.
More wood? Excellent! I have been kept busy enough to think I may soon need some assistance. You have my thanks for this delivery. This wood will sure serve nicely as the cask of my fine elven wine. Well, yeah, I guess you wouldn't make dwarven wine.
You may be of service to me.
Rune-keeper, if you would take a moment, I have a request of you. A dear friend to me, Brethulian, spends her days tending the grapes at Lemuel's vineyard to the north and west. She sent word to me not long ago that she required a cask of a special wine she wants to present upon the white ships. I have crafted a cask for her, but need someone to take it to her, since the preparations for her departure keep me very busy. Would you take the cask to her? You will find her up north and west at Lemuel's vineyard. Yeah, that's the reason why I came here first. Alright, and here's another person, the Master of Apprentices, of course.
Megovanen, might you spare a moment of your time?
I have been waiting your arrival, and I am very excited to see that our letter found you well. I am Golfinir, and I am pleased to make your acquaintance. I am here to help you through the first few stages of learning a craft. Oh yes, when he mentioned a letter, it reminds me, I've got mail somewhere around here. Now, where is there a mailbox? I know there's one down in this direction. Well, preferably I should do that without twisting ankles. Alright. Not that stairs are the best places to go around taking horses. Alright, let's see what's in this box. Oh. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Of course. That is that whenever your whistle gets destroyed, either because you've used it for 24 hours or you destroyed it intentionally like I did, you get a letter from Aegor saying, well, now here's where you can get a permanent horse. Now let's get back to the Master of Apprentices. Whom I just lost. Oh, now it's sending me way up there. Ah, yes. Alright, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Because now I managed to get myself completely lost. Okay, there's the Clerk of Kinships. Visioner. Oh, Master of Apprentices. There we go. And now let's learn a craft. Now, I am going to be a... Let's see, not woodsman, not yeoman. I want to be a tailor. Explorer. Tailor, forester, and prospector. Now, I'm going to emphasize the tailoring bit because I don't need the money per se, and I know what that probably bored a few people in the Lore Master one, chasing around nodes all over the place. But as a tailor, I can work up on the tailor and my forestry through getting skins, processing skins, and handle it that way.
Megovanen.
So I'm going to emphasize it that way and not worry about collecting all those items that... I'm not going to go around prospecting or forestry and trying to collect as much as possible, I guess, unless a piece of wood happened to be right at my toes or something like that. Alright. But we will need the...
Megovanen. Might you spare a moment of your time?
Okay, so but we will collect our quest for forestry,
You may be of service to me.
for prospecting, and
Greetings,
for tailoring.
friend. Will you lend me your ear?
So at least we get some items for that. Let's see. And here's our... This is the supplier who gives us our forestry and prospecting quests.
How can I be of service?
And he wants me to open up a grate and collect 2 light hides, 2 logs of rowan wood, and a lump of wax. I guess that makes sense. Here's the item. And I'll need my axe for this. Very well. Now I will need a bench. There should be a bench around here somewhere. See, there's the smith. Oh, see, there's a stove. There's a study. Oh, you pick up the tailoring guy. Oh, of
What can
course,
I do
next
for
to the
you?
tailoring guy. Very well. So let's first take care of this. And I need to... Forestry, use the ingredients I received, craft a piece of brushed light leather. Alright. So let's open up my panel here. Brushed light leather, that's simple enough. Well, I suppose I could make 10 of them. If I might as well do that while I'm here, even though I only need to do 1 for the quest. But I might as well use this up, and besides, most likely it'll eventually break this stupid axe that I have, because it's not going to last very long. Now what I am going to do is I'm going to use the standard tools. I usually use just some standard tools unless I get something better that falls in my lap or something like that. I don't usually worry about getting the best ones until I can get a triple or something like that. So I'm hoping someday that a universal toolkit will fall into one of my Hobbit presents or the like, since that's the easiest way to get something like that. Especially since I only have 50 silver right now. Alright, so I got those, and using the ingredients I've received, craft a thin rowan board. Alright, that should be easy enough. Very well, now I have a thin rowan board, and I can bring the brushed light leather and thin rowan board back here.
What do you need?
May I see the items that I requested you'd make for me? He takes a moment to admire the handiwork. These are fine examples of treated wood and leather. Nary a fault in the process can be seen. Thank you, I make you an apprentice. Ta-da! Very well, that's that with that. For some reason, let's see. Alright, so I got 1 extra of those. And let rowan wood here. And the next quest is to open the crate for tailoring. And I might as well take the introduction prospecting quest so I get my crate for that. Alright, now what do I do for... go to the right area, please. That's what I get for keeping panels open as I'm walking around. Very well, I need to use the ingredients I have to craft a rough cloth cloak. tailoring, cloaks, rough cloth cloak. I'm not going to try to say that one 10 times fast, and I need my needle and thread for that. No idea where that table comes from. Alright, so now I made a rough cloth cloak. I wonder how I look in that thing. Well, I don't use cloaks too often. Yeah, it's not a very impressive cloak. So that's all I need for that one, is just to bring that back. Now let's worry about the one for the copper ingot. Alright, and that'll be the prospector, which will probably be the last of the prospecting I'll be doing. And here I'll just need to make a copper ingot. And bring the copper ingot. I know, that's straightforward enough. I think in the past you used to have to turn it into bronze, but tin works differently these days.
How can I be of service?
May I see the item I requested you make for me? Takes a moment to admire the handiwork. This is a fine example of purified ore. Yes. Somehow it looks very similar to what he said before about the wood. Introduction to tailoring.
Megovanen.
I see the cloak there on your person. May I see it? He takes a moment to admire the handiwork. This is a well-crafted cloak. Your needlework is even and tempered, and the cloak will drape properly on your back. Very well. Now I've got all that done. And now... Oh. Just talk to Aogar for the horse quest. And that takes care of that. And I now have a title, Easily Lost. And based on how I got around this place, I think I should make that my active title, since I managed to get lost several times during the episode today. Practice makes
Greetings,
perfect.
friend. Will you lend me your ear?
It appears you have learned much about being an explorer. I am pleased. Now, allow me to give you a little something for your efforts.
Greetings to you.
So there are some apprentice ingredients packs. And we are done with that. Now we can take care of... I can remove Hengstacer Farm from my list. I have no plans to go there anytime soon. And I need to worry about the wine cask. Alright. And the other item. Let's see if there are any other quests in the area that I wish to pick up before I head over down to the vineyard.
Megovanen, might you spare a moment of your time?
This is a beautiful land, is it not? I wandered it often in my youth, but places that were once fair have long since fallen into decay. Some of the older ruins have even become habitants of foul creatures that gnaw the edges of our land. My brothers and I have set ourselves to the task of cleansing a few of these places before we leave. To do this end, I have in my possession a token given to me by Elrond Half-Elven long ago. It is imbued with the light that creatures of evil find painful to bear. The ruins of Thar and Galanir west of Keladim have become infested with foul creatures. If you could slay any of them within, and then place this token there, its light should keep them from slinking back in the night. And in fact, that is closer than the vineyard, so I will take that one and handle that quest. And that looks like the last of the quests that are in the area. And we will handle them in our next episode. Until then, what I am going to do, other than... Oh, not the stable mask. This is the stable mask.
Hail,
Oh, that's
friend,
for
and well
the...
met.
That's the one to winter home. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do some crafting offline, and then when we return for our next episode, I will resume with our storyline by first taking care of those foul creatures and then going into those vineyards. And offline I'll do some crafting and maybe make a little visit to the winter festival. Until then, this is Pine Leaf Needles. So long.